So we're actually losing our Corpse Knight ability, which sucks. That's going to basically cement his win. It's crazy how it's the little things like that that matter. So even if we do get 1 damage in, hey, thanks for taking the time to check out Hello Good Game. At Hello Good Game, we take a look at Magic the Gathering arena content daily. We're doing everything from standard, best of 1, best of 2, historic, Brawl, literally everything you can think of. Artisan is what we're going to focus on today. We also really like to bring free-to-play beginner content to our audience, so make sure to check out the description, and there is a link to a playlist there that's going to take you to all of our budget decks for free-to-play beginners, so you can explore some different options while you're playing standard, getting those quests done, right? However, like I previously mentioned, today we are playing Historic Artisan, and we're using Knights, and we thought this was going to be really good. We made it on the whim. We're like, okay, we've got the perfect deck idea. We know what we're going to do. But we got boxed out in a big way. So take this deck tech with a grain of salt. It is being made by a fellow beginner. So hold on, and let's check it out. We have 4 Dauntless Bodyguards, 4 Foulmire Knights, 2 Knight of Grace, 2 Knight of Malice, 4 Smitten Swordmasters, 4 Corpse Knights, 4 Wintermoor Commanders, 4 Inspiring Veterans, 4 Belle of the Balls, and 4 Bond of Disciplines. We also have our 4 Tormenting Grounds, obviously. So from an outside perspective, the deck looks great, right? There's no problems with it. I think the problem is more with the meta than the deck. And the meta decks that we see are mono blue and mono red. It's mono blue counters flash, and mono red burn, and aggro. So it's really, really hard if you're competing with that. My recommendation is, if you don't want to do those two, check out maybe a mono white a Johnny build, or an Orzhov a Johnny build, because you really need a broken card to flex on your opponent with. And we don't really have it here. All of our cards kind of work together really well, but not one of them is single-handedly broken enough to ruin the battlefield, right? So as far as deck strategy goes, go wide, tap sideways, aggro in, right? It should be easy enough. We have Bond of Discipline. Tap all creatures your opponent controls. Creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn, which is great normally, but we do need to have 5 mana to get this off, and that did prove to be a little bit problematic for us, even though our mana curve is solely focused on 2. We still struggled to get to 5 many rounds. Belle of the Ball has Menace, and then whenever it attacks, other knights get +1/+0 until end of turn, so that's great. And then obviously Corpse Knight, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent is going to lose 1 life, so that's really cool. And then we have Foulmire Knight for our draw engine. Knight of Malice and Knight of Grace both will have first strike, which is really good. We could even probably drop a couple bodyguards and put in another knight of each kind. We don't have these here, but we can quickly craft them because they're just uncommons, right? Easy peasy. So that's probably a balance that could have helped us in today's footage, and we'll do it solely for you guys who do feel like they want to try this deck out, right? And I'm sure you can complete the event, but it might be a little bit of a grind. So we're going to take a look at these other decks today as well and get you guys a banger, right? So this was They Never Block, a Historic Knights Artisan deck for the event. Let me know if you do decide to play it, and if you have any luck with it. I would love to know that. It would make me feel a little bit better about the deck, right? And with that all being said, thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. If it's your first time to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. All of our subscribers are entered in to win 500,000 gems, so you can just go ahead and check out the gem giveaway playlist to learn more about that. And yeah, join the Discord. Check us out on Twitch every morning, 6 a.m. PST. And most importantly, enjoy this mess of a deck. All right, guys, take care. Peace. Another amazing way to spend our gold here in the Magic the Gathering arena. I tossed a quick deck together. It's called They Never Block. Let's see how we make out with it. Obviously, I'm hoping for a quick 5-0 record here, but we will see. This deck is loosely based off of a deck I recently did. I'm not sure if it's going to be out before or after this, but it's a little different. In that deck, we were using Lucky Clover, and we had access to Murderous Rider, which was really good to double down on. And Ardenvale Tactician, we really like to abuse as well. But today, we're actually using Bond of Discipline to tap our creatures rather than Ardenvale Tactician. And then we're saving our Lucky Clovers and just using more Knights. This is an amazing draw hand, I'd like to add. I don't know how many historic Knights we have. I think we do have a few, but the majority of them pretty new. We're seeing just a aggro beatdown here. We might need to incorporate some sweepers into the deck. That's something we've not done yet. Let's get our Corpse Knight out. Sure. That gets Wizard Lightninged, which is a bummer. And then he's hitting us for 5, 6. Very aggressive beatdown by the Goblin Gang. I mean, let's try it again, right? Down to 5. I'm sure he's got enough burn in his hand just to finish us off. Down to 3 here. Absolutely incredible. We got smashed in a big way. We do a little bit of damage here and buff our Knights up, but it's not going to be enough. He can easily just go around us. He can throw a burn spell right in our face. So it's a rough start. And that's that, right? So first match we got beat down by a red deck pretty good. Woof. Hopefully that's not kind of a reoccurring theme in today's lesson, because that would suck. But regardless, that would be totally fine for us as a learning experience, because you do kind of have to learn these individual metas overall in the different events, right? Or the different styles of play. We'll trade with his Termander. Doesn't bother us. Everybody basically going back to their favorite decks. Curious Obsession, yeah. Just a great time here, right, guys? He does get to draw. Hopefully he doesn't get his land that he needs. He does, so Spell Pierce is a problem. No. Get the Storm Chaser out instead, or Storm Tamer, sorry. I don't know what's with us and these Torment Grounds, but we are dropping those like fire. Foulmire Knight gained Indestructible, which is really cool. So we get 3 in confirmed. It's not the worst. It's definitely working out a little bit better than our last round. But again, he could be holding counters. That's really going to mess with us. Playing our Swamp this turn. Going with Curry Favor. 3 damage. We gain 3 life. He does have a full mitt. We can pay for a Quench. We can pay for a Spell Pierce. We can pay for a Mystical Dispute. So all bases covered there. There is one that requires us to pay 4, but I think it costs him more than 3. So that's not really an option for him. And it would appear we're being roped. Gotta love that, right? Woof. Like our opponent is still in a really good position to win this game. So I'm not sure why he would do this to us. Maybe his mom was calling him, "Dinner's ready!" Oh. Okay, so we get that out of the way. Let's go ahead and do our attacking first. We're going to go ahead and put our Indestructible on our Corpse Knight. That way we've got Death Touch, Indestructible. And I think our opponent is definitely Gonzo. Oh no, he's here. He's looking at his hand. Merfolk Trickster. That's alright. So he can actually block the Corpse Knight, I believe, at this point. For the kill. No, we still have Indestructible. Hilarious. But it did lose its other ability. And then, because he's fully tapped, we know he doesn't have any counters. We can play our Smitten Swordmaster. Looking for another Smitten Swordmaster for curry favor. Right? 2 more, in fact. He does have the flyers, and he's not really concerned about blocking, it appears. Probably has more tricksters. And of course, we're sitting on land. The same thing, we're putting our Indestructible on our Corpse Knight. So he's more likely to block one of the Death Touch creatures, and then they're going to die. Two Cutthroats, so he's gone plenty wide. He's got 4 blockers for our 4 attackers. We do have 2 with Death Touch. And he chooses just to trade with our Smitten Swordmaster, which is fine. Right, we've got him down to 2. And it shouldn't be a problem with 2 indestructible creatures, right? We could actually just attack with both of our Wintermoor Commanders. And unless he has a bounce and unsummon, something like this, we'll be free to just go in free and clear. And at least get 2 kills every turn. Right, he does have a really nice draw engine that could outpace us. Right, if he's drawing creatures and not lands. We're gonna lose 1 life, draw a card here. Is what it is. We need some sort of value. Counterspell on his behalf kind of sucks. But 1, 2. He's got a block. right? If we keep Corpse Knight alive, we should also win as well, right? So if we can pull his mana right now, which is fine, right? They've got Death Touch, so totally acceptable. All we need to do is draw all of his mana out. We need 1 damage in somehow. This is going to be a little bit closer, but I think he's actually got us because of these Brineborns and all these ops. Not something I was really taking into account. Let's see how he forms blockers. So we're actually losing our Corpse Knight ability, which sucks. That's going to basically cement his win. It's crazy how it's the little things like that that matter. So even if we do get 1 damage in, because of Corpse Knight now being locked out, that's totally fine. Because when I play my Foulmire Knight, it should have done 1 damage to him. But now it won't. And he also did die there for some reason. Let's go ahead and grab the draw. It was a land. So at least we got rid of his Brineborn Cutthroats. I thought our Corpse Knight had Indestructible. Perhaps not. He's got plenty in the grave. I'm sure he could even... no, he's only got 2 in the grave. Cost him a little bit. We're down to 6, so we do need to finish him this turn somehow. Ideally, if we're drawing a Corpse Knight and kind of getting away from the counters will be okay. But if he has a counter in his hand and we don't have a Corpse Knight, which we absolutely don't, we're super screwed. He's got his 2 blockers and he squeals out with the win, you guys. So we're 0-2. We won't spend too much time on this deck if it doesn't work. We just wanted to make a quick video for you guys today. Just off the cuff ideas. Obviously you could grind this out if you wanted. And I think we came pretty close to this match, but there's no cigar. Unfortunately. Both our creatures survive. Both of his die. So it does take out the Death Touch, and for some reason, oh, sorry, another target knight you control. But still, Corpse Knight is a knight, so why did he die? Pretty sad that our opponents beat us out this well. Even with sitting on a dive down. Is what it is. He just has 6 to go above. So that's game. And let's try one more. So I guess instead of They Never Block, this deck maybe should be called I Never Win. Okay, this looks pretty terrible. But every time we get a good draw hand, the rest of the game is just trash for us. We do have our Knight of Grace, which could be quite interesting, and our Bond of Discipline. But we're going to toss that for now, just because it is so expensive. We're going to try to get to another one. More mono red. Interesting. Interesting. Where'd you get this deck list from? Okay, let's start it out easy. Get our veterans out, just so we can pull his shocks and wizard lightnings out of his hand. Because we know those are plenty. Wow. Perhaps I could have waited and just taken face damage and then cast 2 of them at the same time, get them to 4. Probably. Obviously, he's got Firebrand, so we could still get to them. He could Firebrand Wizard Lightning 4, and then the other goes back down to 2, so... Absolutely brutal, you guys. We are getting boxed out in a big way. Try to go a little bit wide here. It is what it is. We do have first strike for 3, so we're stopping any attackers. Not hexproof from red though, so a little bit problematic there. He's doing 3 damage whenever he casts a spell. Disgusting. Alright, so we lose first strike. Oh, actually, we still have it because Torment Grounds is a black permanent. Interesting. Holy front door. We just got wrecked. We can't even cast Curry Favor because we don't have a black. I don't know, he can block with his electrostatic field, I guess, right? Fire him, I would just take the damage. And really just seal our grave away. We'll try one more, but if we're coming up with 0 and 4, we're going to put this deck to bed. Lay it to rest. GG, Historic Artisan Knights. We can't do it, boys. We're going to have to switch to some of this Red Fury that we see going around. Our opponent feels it's appropriate to rope us once he's beaten us as well. Feels good. Feels good. There it is. Wow. Incredible. You've seen it here first, folks. Alright, so we're 0 and 3. So we're going to do a 4th match. I really want to get a win in. Let's leave it at that, right? I would really like to get a win in. We have a 1-drop, we have a 2-drop. Inspiring Veteran might be hard to get into, but sure. Perfect. What an amazing net deck you have. We basically know exactly what's in our opponent deck. We're gonna get hit with Curious Obsession. We just seen this. So absolutely brutal. Oh, he must not have it turn 1. Just a Brineborn Cutthroat. Knight of Malice, probably into some sort of counter. If not a Brineborn. Lookout Dispersal. Absolutely amazing. We can outpay some damage-wise for now. But that's quickly going to turn around. We can end our turn, and hopefully we just pull 2-drop Knight after 2-drop Knight while finding that mountain somewhere. and hopefully we can get around Curious Obsessions and any more counters. Just play right into it again. It sucks, but that's our only option. It hits, which is great. And in all honesty, I don't think he'll block. Why do they never block? He does block. That's perfect. But we get the kill in. That's alright. It would have been better to have Inspiring Veteran on the field, and then he would have survived, but it is what it is. And here is the true Belle of the Ball, Curious Obsessions. An absolutely broken enchantment card. We've seen this for ages, and we hate it as much now as we did then. Just allowing a blue deck to draw a counter every turn, or whatever it happens to be that they need. Well, it's great because he can't, well, he actually loses mana, so he can block. Interesting. Isn't that groovy? So we see two strict styles of decks that you should be using. It's this blue deck and it's the red deck. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Obviously, you could probably try running some white with a Johnny, but you really need a broken common to be flexing on. In this case, it's Curious Obsessions. Oh my god. Brutal ad luck too. We're not drawing a single mountain. So we're getting absolutely wrecked in today. We're going to keep attacking, right? Play the catch-up game. Into a Sailor. Just an amazing individual, our opponent. He's an answer for literally everything. Curious Obsession, so he's never going to run out of cards. And, oh, wow. Wow. We can basically call it quits there. Like, maybe we draw a mountain this turn. Maybe we draw a mountain that says when you play this mountain, you're allowed to draw another mountain and play it as well. We'll play this. If we see a counter, we're going to scoop. It hits. There's hope. Let's go for it. Right? Hopefully we can just outpace him. But literally, that's our only hope. And we really, 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 really need to draw a mountain, you guys. Down to 10. He draws 2 cards. I'm sure 2 flash blockers. Etc., etc. You gotta love that. Another swamp. We're looking for a mountain. So let's see here. Wintermoor Cutthroat. Into a Sailor. We can scoop. GG. Rest in peace. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's footage as much as a shit show of it that it was. Excuse my language. I can't even speak. I'm so just disoriented here. Woof. But we're live every morning between 6 and 8 a.m. PST on Twitch. And then we're running the YouTube channel content daily. So make sure to subscribe to that for your chance to win up to 500,000 gems there. You can also join our Discord with the link down below if you're interested in getting a little bit more in depth with the community and sharing some of your thoughts and opinions, etc., etc. With all of that being said, we do have a link in the description below as well. That's going to take you to all of our budget decks for standard if you are a beginner free-to-play player and you are looking to maybe explore some new options, right? So thanks for watching. Really appreciate it, and we will catch you guys all tomorrow.